Hi, my name is Melissa. During Module 2, we learned a lot of different things that fall into education. Like we learned in the very beginning of the course or of this module, we learned who the boss is and how are the schools governed and who listens to who. For instance, like obviously a teacher has to listen to the principal has to listen to the district, and the district to the higher ups, to the state. Just a lot of different, I guess, bosses, and who's technically the boss of everybody underneath them, and why they're important, and why we are told what to do and how to do it, because obviously it comes from like a state thing, and from the state to like the government, and so on and so forth. We also learned about the First Amendments. We learned how the IEPs were created and who qualifies for an IEP and who doesn't. We learned that a teacher can request an IEP for a student as well as a parent. I think it's very important that teachers have this access like to them, because as a teacher, if you are seeing that your student isn't learning what they need to learn, you need to find modifications for them so that they are able to learn what it is that you're teaching them, and that they are grasping it how they need to, so that they can move on. We also learned how this disability program isn't just for students, and how it was also created for everybody with disabilities, and how people or facilities have had to get rid of stairs and incorporate elevators, ramps for people in wheelchairs, and make everybody feel included, like from bus stops to restrooms, just a whole lot of different accommodations so that everybody felt welcomed. And to this day, I think it is important that we make everybody feel welcome, because we're all the same. I know a lot of people say like, oh, people with disabilities are different than us, and in reality they aren't. I think they're just the same as us, obviously, just with how can I explain this, just with modifications and to be adjusted to them for their comfort and accommodations. I don't like when people say that they're different. I have twin sisters who are autistic, and I hate when people say that they're slow or that they're dumb, because it's not the case. They're capable of doing what I can do, you know, just obviously need a little bit more help. We also learned about social reconstructionism. What was it? The other ones? Periodism, essentialism, and what they are, and I guess the different types of teachings, like what one does. I don't remember the names on the top of my list, but there was one that really stood out to me, where it was like you teach the student, and the student really goes and says, oh, well, my teacher's not teaching me it this way. Like I don't know if I'm making any sense, but it really stood out to me, because I was like, a lot of students do this, where they make the teachers look bad, you know? And yeah, we learned a lot of different things during Module 2 that I think are like important essentials for teachers and new teachers that we keep in mind.